When you showered with your dad in the Princeton Junction house, what was the joke that he would play?
I would be in there, and sometimes my brother would be in there too, the three of us. And he would turn the water all the way to cold sometimes, and then he would just step out and hold us in. And we would be screaming and trying to get out, and he would be laughing and keep us in there until my brother got so hysterical that he was like, all right, you know.
Would he take the wrench with him?
Yeah, he took the wrench with him. That's why we couldn't change it.
Would you get upset about it?
Yeah, the cold water was like a shock. Sometimes when those things happen, I reacted very differently to my brother. Always very attentive to my dad's reactions. Look for a weakness or something, like if he seemed like he was wavering, I'd say, come on, Dad, let us out, and I'd get out that way.
How would your brother react?
My brother would just fall apart, start crying and hitting the door and making a big scene, and that's what my dad wanted. He enjoyed it. That would make him laugh. And then my brother would get to a point where he was screaming too loud, and that just, you know, my brother, it's no fun.
Was this a regular stall shower or a bathtub that has a shower head?
No, it's a stall shower with a glass door.
How many times that happened?
I remember only in the Princeton Junction house, I was 9.
Would your brother be reluctant to get in the shower after these things happened, or would you be?
Eric would not want to get in, and my dad would say, oh, come on, I'm not going to do that to you. And we would shower, and then he would just do it. He did that a lot. You could call it a joke, but these were more like lessons of trust, that I had lots of experiences with him regarding trust.
What was the lesson you were to learn about trust?
That you could not trust anyone. You shouldn't trust anyone, and that included your father. And if you did, then it's your fault, whatever happens. Even if he made promises. I remember times when he'd be pushing me on the swing, and I'd say, Dad, you don't want to go. It's scary if you go too hard. He would say, oh, no, I'm just going to push you. I could have just swung myself, and I asked him to push me. And then he just started pushing me. The swing would get slack, and then would come down on itself. And I caught my arm in the chain and scraped up my arm, bruised my arm, and I was crying. And I said, why? And he just said, you know, I've told you, just don't trust people like that. Not even me. Or other times he would torment Eric with having him jump off things into his arms. And he'd say, come on, Eric. No, I'm going to catch you. Come on. And Eric would jump, and he would catch him. He'd put him back on, like high counters we had in the kitchen. He'd catch him and put him back on. And then one of the times he wouldn't catch him. And my brother would just fall face first, slam on the ground, and immediately explode into tears, cry. And my dad would just pretty much look at me and says, you see, you just don't trust anybody. I don't know if it's preparing me for life, and that's the sense I got, just preparing me for life.